gentlemen, welcome to Week 1 Preview Football. Fantasy football is finally upon us. We've been waiting all year, and finally we have fantasy football. It's time. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Finally here. The WAWA Runs and Fantasy Football League on ESPN.com is finally here. Can't wait. So we got a little preview of Week 1 matchups. Got a little preview of what's going to go on in the season. And it's finally here. Football starts tonight. Cowboys, Giants, live. And that means the fantasy football season is finally here. 10 people go in. Only one person will win the Great Fantasy Goose. And we'll see, hopefully, a $100 gift card to WAWA if we can get everybody to contribute to the winner of the WAWA Runs Fantasy Football League. So now to get started with Week 1's preview. We got one new team coming to the league. We'd like to welcome Gina Team Biscuit. Those who won't tell me what it means, but I'm sure you got a good meaning behind Team Biscuit. Gina ran her own fantasy football league. This year she decided to join ours. Good decision, Gina. It'll be a lot of fun. A lot of different things going on with ours. And we have a lot. We'll go through the rankings, how I think power rankings real quick. Preview teams really fast. Big Balls apparently is the best team according to ESPN.com, but I think that's because he auto-drafted. I think some of his players like Des Bryant might be a little overrated. But he has the biggest line against Mr. Rosenkrantz, who I think might be the biggest underdog. So if you like underdogs, root for Mr. Rosenkrantz this year. He's a 64.5-point underdog. Never seen a line like that in fantasy football. But he is a 64.5-point underdog in Week 1. I'll give you a hint. The next closest line is 15. That tells you how big Balls' lead right now going into the week. They could be completely wrong, and Rosenkrantz could pull it out with a strong game from Tom Brady. But 64.5 might be too much to overcome. I think Big Balls is going to win that one. So the 15-point game, we'll give you a little team preview of each of these. This Team Biscuit, the brand new team, Gina, she's a 15-point favorite, so she must have done something right coming into the season, being a 15-point favorite in her first game against Little Bearded Men, who's been consistent, the only man to make the playoffs every single year of our fantasy football league. That's Rob. So if you like consistency, you might want to root for Rob this year. But in the first game, he is a 15-point underdog. I'm going with Gina in that game just because the depth she has and the good quarterback she has in Drew Brees, who carried me last year. The next game on two team previews, ESPN is Dozer's team. I can't say the rest of his name because it's kind of offensive. Against Tim Falcone, who's our only league champion still remaining in this league, but he's failed to make the playoffs last year, so we'll see if he can regain glory. So if you like teams trying to regain glory and come back from the dead, you might want to root from Tim's team. If you like someone who's intense on fantasy football and very committed, you might want to go with Dozer's team. But Tim is a 9-point favorite in that game to start with. I'm going to go with Dozer's team in that game because Tim's question mark around Adrian Peterson might be too much to win Week 1, but he could definitely win Week 1. He has a solid team. So that's going to be a close matchup, but I'm going with Dozer because of the question marks around Adrian Peterson. In the ESPN or Yahoo, I don't care, Jacob Baldwin against my brother, Zach, the little brothers matchup in the runs division. That's Zach, my younger brother, and Big Balls, Nick Baldwin, Jake Baldwin, the little brother, is a 7-point favorite against my brother, Zach. I'm going with Zach's team. I like the depth, the consistency of his team. It's only a 7-point matchup, so that's pretty much 1 or 2 touchdowns. It could go either way. And then the final matchup of the week. The game of the week, I think it's going to be, because it's the closest line right now, and there's a trade on the horizon that can make it closer. I'm a 6-point underdog against Paul. I'm obviously going to pick myself because it's my team. I think we're going to win every game, obviously, or I wouldn't be playing fantasy football. I'm a 6-point underdog right now, but what else talking about the trade? The second trade of the year is about to go through. Gina's trading me, Antonio Gates, for Steve Smith. I need a tight end, so I'm getting the Antonio Gates, and she needs wide receiver depth, so she's getting a starting wide receiver caliber player in Steve Smith, who was one of the top 5 receivers in the league last year when it comes to fantasy points. So I am excited about this fantasy football season. I hope all you guys are too. Maybe some of the people watch this and root for a certain team. Who knows? People could actually start watching this stuff and saying, yeah, let's go ESPN Dozer's team, or let's go Falco and Fury. We want to see you rise back. Or heck, you can root for the underdog, Mr. Rosenkrantz, who's a 64.5-point underdog in Week 1. So that's all for Week 1 preview. We hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys all do a good job. If you have any questions about any of the features, guys, get back to me. If you want to post a video onto our ESPN Fantasy Football website or Facebook, let me know and I'll upload it to the ESPN website. just send me the video through email or Facebook or whatever, and I'll upload it straight to the website. It has to be a YouTube video. So if you guys want to trash talk on the page with a video, let me know. Send me the video, and I'll put your trash talk right on the front of our page for our league and all the viewers who want to watch our league throughout the year. All right, so I'm Zeke Sprague. Week 1 on the horizon. It's a long week because it starts Wednesday, doesn't end until Monday night. So we won't have the wrap-up of Week 1 until Tuesday afternoon. So almost a whole entire week until this week's over. But it'll be an exciting Week 1. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And I'll talk to you on Tuesday.